So back in 2024, my first ever piece of content came online, and it came online on YouTube. And the title was called How to Build Habits That Stick in Just 6 Minutes. I remember back in 2024, I wanted to record content since actually 2022. That's when I genuinely wanted to take this content seriously. But every single time I wanted to hit post, whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, something stopped me for a very long time. And that's something, my friend, was not myself. It was not, the optimization of my videos. It was not the storytelling. It was not the quality of the videos. And of course, the quality can be always improved, but it was always the fear of what other people might say about my videos if they watched it. I thought I had something valuable to give to the world. So back in 2024, I grabbed my 2 balls and I said to myself, you know what? I have to do this. Why? Because I want to do this. So I recorded the video, I edited. It took like 3 to 4 days to actually fully end this project. Editing took a very long time. Now recording it took a very long time. Scripting the video in itself took a very long time. And it was the first video I ever created, so I wanted to be perfect. So I was stressing about, every single detail that you can think about. Maybe it should be like this, maybe it should be like that. And eventually I hit post. And within I think a day or two, it got 50 views, something like that. I thought when I hit post on the YouTube video that I wanted to make, I would be bombarded with emails and messages from people, maybe in my own family or maybe a couple of my friends that I knew back in high school or whatever, and they would make fun of me. They would say, what are you doing with your life? Why are you recording a YouTube video? Why are you even to talk about? Why do you feel like you are able to talk about these type of topics that you talk about? A week passed and I received nothing. A month passed and I received nothing. 6 months passed and I received nothing. Almost a year passes and I take content even seriously. Back in May 2025, I go even harder on YouTube because that's really what I wanted to do for a very long time, since 2022, like I said. So I started recording more videos. But the videos that I make, you can look it up in my channel, are very long form, you can say educational videos, because I didn't want to make short form content and put it, for example, on my Instagram or on my TikTok or whatever, because I was still afraid of the judgments of other people. I would make the video, but I thought to myself, I can get actually way more views, but I don't want everybody to notice me that I'm doing these type of stuff. When in reality, it's contradicting itself, because if you want to get more views, well, a lot more people have to see your content. And in order to a lot more people to see your content, well, they have to get to know you. You have to put yourself out there on social media. So these two ideas were contradicting itself. And the only way that I was not getting rid of this thing of also posting shorts on social media, for example, Instagram and TikTok, is because of the fear of judgments. And 2026 arrives, which is the year that we're still on actually right now. And in this year, I've already lost 4 to 5 people in my life. When those losses occurred in my life, I didn't care anymore. I genuinely didn't care anymore, because I thought to myself, death is always around the corner in whatever you do. And that's the first thing that I want to give to you for the people that are watching and want to maybe post content online, and they want to get rid of this fear of judgments of other people. You have to realize, my friend, that death is always around the corner. You can die any minute. You can die right now. You can die tomorrow. You can die next week. You can die next month. I've talked about this, but it's so important to sometimes repeat the things that you have said, because it's very important for the people that are watching. Maybe you can resonate with this message, because let's say you're 22 years old right now, like I am. In 60 years from now, you will be 82. And we know, with time being relative in its own terms, it kind of feels like it goes way faster as we mature and as we grow older. So these 60 years that we still have left, for example, if we get to the age of 82, if we're lucky and we don't get a terminal illness along the way and we die at age 40 because of cancer, if we're lucky and we get to age 82, my friend, I don't want to be at that age. And I don't think you want to be at that age as well, where you kind of look back at your life and say, you know what, I could have done more. I could have put the content out there, because there's somebody out there in the world, at the other side of the world, that maybe needed to hear this message. But you don't know that, of course. And of course, social media in itself has given us a way to link with each other, not only in a social sense that we used to, but also in a digital sense. And a lot of people shit on social media these days, and I don't have a problem with social media. It just depends on how you use it. If you use it in a productive way, you actually put your own content out there, you can be creative, and you actually watch purposeful content and things that uplift you and positive things, then there's nothing wrong with social media. It should actually inspire you. But if you use it in a negative sense, and with negative sense I'm talking about, if you just watch memes 24/7 and just things that don't really even matter, yeah, you're using it in a negative sense, and then you can say social media has a negative influence on youth or even people in general. But you can use social media in your advantage. That's why I'm recording these type of videos. The first realization, once again, my friend, that you have to make is that death is always around the corner. You can die any minute. And I don't want to live my life, and I don't think you want that either, based on the judgments of other people. And of course, if it's constructive constructive criticism, like, this is a way you can improve your videos and stuff, like I'm all for it. Like please, if I say something like very bad in the English language or not really correct, I'm all for the constructive criticism. Like I'm all for that because it makes me improve my craft, and it kind of like makes me think about the thing that I want to do, which is recording videos, and how I can actually make them better even. But don't die like this, man. Don't die in a sense of there is a version of you living in somebody else's mind, and that is dictating your patterns of behavior and your reality, because somebody else's opinion should not become your reality. Once again, if it's constructive criticism, it's good, but if it's not, if it's really hateful and it's like pulling you down, it's not for you, my friend. And the only realization that has helped me and hopefully can help you in the future or even right now in the present moment is to have the realization, my friend, is that you can die. And I don't want you to be dead in spirit form, whatever your belief is, thinking, damn, I could have actually done this. Maybe I would have not been, successful at it or whatever. It was more about the fact that if I said I would have done it, I still did it. And that is what sticks with your beliefs. That is what sticks with your character. Not the success that you get, but the things that you say you're going to do and you actually do it, and not let like fear come into your mind. Oh my God, what if I don't make it? What if somebody else sees these type of videos? Second reason, my friend, is you will meet people along the way that are actually in the same things as you. So you will meet people on your path that have maybe similar interests in content creation or recording videos like you are. You have maybe friends or even people around you that may not support the ideas that you have right now. For example, recording videos and making like educational videos or whatever the content is that you want to put out there. And a lot of people say that as a lame, look, he's trying to be an influencer. Like I don't even see myself as an influencer. I'm just see myself as a person that loves creating content, hopefully inspire people in a positive sense, you can say. You will ultimately meet people along the way if you're doing this for a certain amount of time. And when I'm talking about a certain amount of time, I'm talking about, you can say, months or even years. You will meet people that have the similar interests as you, and you can network with them. You can actually meet up with them. You can think about ideas with them. You can make new content with them. Because if you put this vibrational frequency out there, I know I'm sounding very spiritual right now, but if you put this vibrational frequency out there, somebody else out there will resonate with this vibrational frequency. You will actually match, and through the law of attraction, you will actually attract that person into your life. Will that always happen? No, I'm not saying that it will always happen, but it is a possibility. Back in 2022, I was 18 years old. I was still posting on TikTok and stuff, but I was like posting more gym content because I was going to the gym, like you can say 6 times a week back then. I do sometimes as well, but back then it was way more. It was like during the ZIS times and stuff. I never met people that had the similar interests as me. They were fun. I actually met genuinely good people and stuff. I'm not saying that, but I never met people that had the similar interests as me in content creation, like recording type of videos and putting it on TikTok, whatever. It's just that I'm older right now. I'm 22 right now, and I think even when I get older, it's gonna be way more of this, where I meet people like even today that actually also have a tripod and also like recording the same content as me, or even like in the gym. Back in like 5 years ago, 2021, walking with a tripod, at least the gyms that I went, you didn't really do that back then. But right now, when you go to any type of gym, everybody's with a tripod, recording content and stuff. It's becoming more normal. And because it's becoming more normal, you attract people that have, once again, are on the same wavelength as you, and you can actually build something with them. So don't worry about if people don't really like your content right now or not really vibing with you because you're actually putting yourself out there. First of all, if that is true, if people genuinely don't like you anymore because of the content that you put out there, even if it's educational videos like this, where you're trying to help people become virtuous and you're trying to like give them advice based on the things that you have gone through, based on your own experiences in life, then those were not really your friends. Like those were not really the people that you really want to hang out with. Like a friend is somebody that, supports you, has of course sometimes criticism, which once again, I allow very much into my life, and I think you should do that as well because it makes you improve on the thing that you're trying to do. But it's not going to sit there and say, you can't do it, it's not you, why are you doing this, it's stupid. Like those are not your friends. And I'm fortunate enough, to be honest, like every single one of my friends, I genuinely mean this, every single one of my friends has been very, very helpful to me in, to support my content. Because I know there are people out there that have friends that are like, think it's lame and stuff, but every single one of my friends has helped me on this path. And sometimes I need to put down the ego and say, it's not me only, because genuinely I received a lot of help from my friends. And of course I've done the work by myself, like even recording these videos, I'm doing it for myself, I'm doing it by myself, like there's nobody here that is helping me to record this video. But always supportive, like you should do that. Yeah, come on, do that. And if you don't have that, my friend, if you have friends that maybe don't support you on your path, well, first of all, my friend, like I said, they're not your friends. As bad this may sound, I'm not saying, you get rid of your day ones, whatever. If they're not supporting you, if they're laughing at you by you doing something that you find very purposeful, that you find very joyful, that you actually want to improve in, whether it's like content creation, whether it's like going to the gym, whether it's like starting a new business, cupcake business, whatever. Like genuinely, it could be anything. And your friends are like, bro, why are you doing that? Like you're trying to be something that you're not. Kind of like giving this negative feedback to you. Once again, if it's constructive, it's good. But if they're doing that in a negative sense and they're trying to pull you down, my friend, they're not your friends. But that's okay, because once again, if you put this content out there, you will meet people on the way that are supportive. They will support you on your path. They will kind of like do everything in their power to actually support you. They may not do the work for you, and it's not, their job. It's still your job to do the work, but they'll say, yeah, you can do it. And you will meet those people, my friend, if you pursue the thing that you really want to do, because you will vibrationally attract them into your life. Your third thing why you should get rid of the fear of posting is, I recorded a video, I actually posted that on my shorts. You have to do so much volume of the thing that you want to do. For example, for me, it's content creation. You have to do so many videos. You have to record so many videos. You have to talk again and again and again and again. You have to improve your storytelling. You have to improve your articulation. You have to improve your edits. You have to improve the type of videos that you make. Maybe even making it more cinematic, whatever. You have to do so much volume. You have to do so many repetitions that it becomes second nature. And when it becomes second nature and you're doing it for fun, of course, you have days where you don't really want to do it and stuff, but you genuinely back it up. You really keep moving forward with it. Then success, I would say, is just a matter of time. Because if you put content out there, for example, when we're talking about content creation, if you do so much volume, if you do so many things, if you do so many repetition, if you record so many videos, you get the credentials, what you're talking about. You get, for example, if you want to talk about fitness, you get the body. If you want to talk about running, you actually run a half a marathon, you run a marathon. Like, you get the credentials with it, and you make your videos even better. Like, I feel like then the success is just a matter of time. But first, it comes with doing so much volume that kind of like brings the confidence into your life. Like, you have to do so many repetitions that when you walk into a room, you know that you're confident with the thing that you're trying to talk about because you believe it to be true, right? And I'm not saying you should be perfect, because, you make mistakes. We're human beings at the end of the day. Not going to be perfect with this. The point that I'm trying to make, for example, like, you want to make fitness content, you've never been to the gym, and you come in front of a camera and you talk about how you can grow your biceps, for example, like what type of exercises you can do. A lot less people are going to take you seriously because you have not really built the physique. So you need credentials with that, but credentials give rise to confidence, and confidence comes through doing so much volume on a daily basis on the thing that you're passionate about, on the thing that you find joyful, on the thing that you really want to pursue. So for me, once again, it's content creation. You have to do so much volume. I have to record so many content. I have to record so many videos that it becomes second nature, and I'm on my path of doing that. And when it becomes second nature, my friend, it builds up on your confidence. And when it builds up on your confidence, you can walk into any room and talk with a belief in your mind, because you know it to be true, because you've already done the work, you've already done the preparation, you've already done the repetitions. Right now, the only thing that remains is just carrying out the plan of just improving every single video after video after video. So I'm going to summarize for you once again the 3 things that I've discovered within myself that may help you kind of like get rid of the fear of posting online. The first one is, death is always around the corner, my friend. You can die any minute. I want you to internalize that. Like, this is not just like some cliched thing to say, like he's saying, yeah, death is always around the corner, your death is always here. It's not that. This is real life. Like, this is real talk. You can die any minute, my friend. You can get a terminal illness. Like, genuinely, you can get a terminal illness any minute. You can become diagnosed with something like very bad. And I don't want you, for the people that are watching, and of course I'm also talking to myself right here, I don't want you to, when you die, when you're on your deathbed, whatever age it may be, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 150, whatever, I don't want you to look back, and I don't want myself to look back and say, shit, man, living with this regret in your stomach saying, I should have just posted that video online. I should have just tried this. I should have tried painting. I should have tried this business. I should have tried that. Because once again, I have to talk about this so many times because it's so important, my friend. It's not about if you get it or not. Stop focusing so much on results. Focus on what you can do today. Because let's say you put the content out there and you didn't get the success that you really wanted. I would bet on everything in my life that person would die more easily, you can say, than the person that didn't even try. Because at least he tried. At least he gave it. Like, he gave himself into this pursuit. He didn't make it, whatever the definition of success is for that person, of course. Everybody is different. But he tried. Second thing, my friend, is you will meet people along the way that have the similar interests as you. If you do this for, you can say, a couple of years, you will meet people that have the similar interests as you, because your vibrational frequency is kind of like putting an antenna out there. I know this is cliched, it sounds very spiritual, and some people can resonate with that message and you will be attracted to that person. So maybe the people around you right now don't really support you in the thing that you're trying to do, whether, for example, it's like content creation or, you know, putting yourself out there on the internet. There are people out there that do, and I want you to realize that there are people out there that genuinely believe in you. There are people out there that really want to like meet with you and really get to know you, but you just haven't met them. And you will if you just pursue this passion even further, even on the days where you don't really feel like it, but you know in the back of your mind, you're meant for this. This is your purpose. You'll really like this. Not even work, it's just joy. It's just fun for you. Then you will meet the people, my friend, that are vibrationally compatible with you. And you can actually record content with them. You can actually network with them or whatever else you're trying to do. The third one, and also the last one, is to build confidence, you have to back it up by evidence. In order to back it up by evidence, you have to do so much volume that it becomes second nature. You have to do so much work. You have to do so many repetitions. You have to do so many talking like I'm doing right now, for example, when we're talking about content. You have to do so many videos. You have to improve your articulation. You have to improve your storytelling. You have to improve your edits. You have to improve the length of your videos. You have to improve, for example, your cinematic shots with the camera that you're making your videos. You have to improve so many different things. You have to do so much repetition, so much volume that it becomes second nature. Because when it becomes second nature, you build confidence with that because you're building evidence behind that. And when you build evidence behind the confidence, it's just a matter of time before success catches with it.